Hi, welcome to another segment of Breaking Down the Deck. Yes, and today Andres will actually be the one doing the breaking.
Yeah, it's kind of surprised. What? For me? For real? Come on.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. Okay. Today, I'm so sorry if I'm gonna say the name wrong, but Kwain, the Meddler, is a rapid wizard for 1 blue and 1 white. It's a 1/3. I can tap him. Each player draw a card, and the player who draw a card this way can alive as well. This is like a group hug, right, Sarah? It's a group hug.
I mean, it's not a group hug the way you play it, but that we will be, we will talk more about that later. But when you look at that card, you're like, it's pretty simple. Tap it, everyone draws a card, everyone gains a life.
Exactly.
Like, that sounds amazing. That's usually a group hug thing.
Yeah.
Usually. But we will get to why it's not really a group hug thing.
What do you mean now?
In the way you have built the deck. But yeah, I do like Kwain. I do like the rabbit's mechanic, ability. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really super fun. It's really easy to build around as well. And not only that, it's super cheap to get out.
It really is.
And not only that, it's guard for command zone. But stay tuned, I will break it down my deck and how I built the Kwain. And not only that, I will show you the alternative win comes in the deck as well.
Yes.
Yeah. How you beautiful people of the internet, welcome down another episode of Break It Down the Deck. And this time we're talking about one of my favorite commander, Kwain. This little rabbit wizard is a 1/3. Tap and each player may draw a card, then player who draws this a card, they make it alive it this way. It's a great way to have early card draw in the play. Not only that, the life gain can matter when facing aggressive decks. But how do you win with this card, especially when you let the opponents draw cards? Well, we have 3 win comes in this deck. The first one is Approach of the Second Sun. Approach of the Second Sun is a big spell. For 6 mana and 1 white. When I cast it for the first time, I can save a life and reshuffle it back to the deck for the 7 from the top. When I cast it for the second time, I win the game. Yes, you heard it. It's a cast trigger as well. It's super good, super important. Remember that. The second one is a card. I will never say its name because I will butcher its name. But you win if you have like exactly 13 costs in your hand during your upkeep. And of course, you have more text. You don't have no maximum hand size. And for 1 blue and 3 mana, you may draw a card. It's a creature, human wizard for 1/3, for 1 blue and 1 colorless. And Lizzo is Laboratory Maniac. It's a 2/2 human wizard for 2 colorless and 1 blue. When you attempt to draw for an empty library, you win the game instead for you losing the game. These are the win cons for this deck. Let's put them here. And of course, I have some great synergies by letting opponents draw an extra card for this turn, like Smarter Tide. Smarter Tide is a white enchantment for 3 colorless and 1 white. When our opponent draws a card, the opponent may pay 2. If they don't, I get a treasure. So it's a great way to accelerate more mana in this way. Trouble in Pairs. Trouble in Pairs is a super great card. Who knew? For 2 colorless and 2 white, it's a white enchantment once again, and have a wall of text. But when our opponent begins an extra turn, that player skip that turn instead. Not the most important part is when our opponent attacks you with 2 or more creatures, or and draw the second card for each turn, or cast the second spell for each turn, you draw a card. It's not a may, you draw a card. So that is a great way with Kwain. So he's tapped, you let up on a straw, and you get the other penny fixture. Smuggler's Share is another white enchantment that rewards you that the opponents draw so many cards. A beginner of an answer, draw a card for each opponent who draw 2 or more cards this turn. Then create a treasure token for each opponent then that who have 2 or more lands enter the battlefield during their control. So it's a great way against ram decks as well. Council of 4 is a great card. Not only that, it's 0/8 for 5 mana. For 5 mana is 3 colorless, 1 white and 1 blue. It's a legendary creature, human noble. Whenever a player draws the second card for the turn, you'll draw a card. More draw card shenanigans. It's a great way to dig out decks to get the approach of the second sun. Whenever a player casts the second spell during their turn, you create a 2/2 white knight creature token. Also more body to the battlefield. That is super great. Not only that, we have ways to abuse our commander that redraw him or that untap him and draw him again. So one of those creatures is the white version of Seaborn Muse, Drumbeller. It's a creature spirit for 2 colors and 1 white, 2/1 flying. Untap all creature controller to each opponent's untap step. That's a great way. Just tap and draw a card, and re-tap and tap again. It's a great way to draw so much power, draw power, and get close to approach of the second sun. We see Atomic Sands. Our second card for the turn. Second card here is 1 blue and 2 colorless for 1/3 human cleric. I can tap her, I think it's her, to untap a target permanent. Of course, you have cycling. When I start to cycle it, untap target permanent as well. Its cycling costs 1 colorless and 1 blue. And we have like more draw power, I heard? Yes, more draw power. Loren of the Third Pact. Loren could work as the secondary commander for this deck. So, and of course, people doesn't know who potential power, who real power, but it's a great human artifact creature, legendary creature. For 2 colors and 1 white, it's a 2/1 vigilance. When she enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, great spot remover. But the most important thing is tap. You and target opponent each draw a card. It's not a May with Kwain, but you draw a card. So he actually supercharged the Smarter Tide, the Smartly Drop in Paris and stuff like that. So she is super great. Flump, I love the name. It's a Fly Defender Jellyfish with 1 white and 1 colorless. It's a 0/4. When a Flump is deal damage, you and target opponent each draw a card. So great body on the battlefield, the jump blocks attacks and draw a card. And not only that, it's a great way to try to play politics in this way. Like you see one person popping off like, oh, attack me, a jump block with plums, you and me can draw answer for this person gonna win the next game. Got the Deal is a sorcery for 3 mana, from 1 white to 2 colorless. Each opponent draw a card, and you draw a card for each way the opponent to draw a card this way. It's a super great sorcery. It's like the white version of Windfall, maybe you can say it like that. But more card draw, why not? Pre-order is a sorcery for 1 blue. Scry 2, then draw a card. Scry 2 is super important in this deck because it gives you much closer to approach of the second sun. And of course, a draw card. Cantrips, always good. Archmage Inridus, I hope I said it right, is a 4 mana 2/2 for 2 blue and 2 colorless human wizard. Mage Grab, whenever you cast a spell or copy an instant sorcery, draw a card. It's a super great card. Especially when you try to play some kind of control, so let you draw much closer to approach of the second sun. Wavebreak Hippocamp. Hippocamp? Yeah. We say like that. It's a enchantment creature, Whorefish. For 2/2, 2 colors and 1 blue, when I cast my first spell, during each opponent's turn, draw a card. More draw power, we love it. Come on, people. Get us closer to the approach of the second sun. Windfall is a classic here. Windfall has to be one of my favorite cards during this deck, actually. It's a sorcery for 1 blue and 2 colorless. Each opponent discard their hand, then draw Cost equal to the greatest number of cards that player have discarded this way. That is a super great way to get the approach of the second sun. And not only that, we have Dig from Time. Dig from Time is a huge sorcery, but you have Delve. For each card you exile for your graveyard, reduce this cost for 1. So it actually costs 6 generic mana and 2 blue. But if I exile 6 cards from graveyards, it just costs 2 blue then. Look up the top 7 cards of your library, put 2 of them in your hand and the rest of the bottom of your library in any order. So it's a great way to get approach after we cast it. And not only that, we have some other great creatures here, like Phantasmal Image. Phantasmal Image is a... I cannot explain how good that card is in this format, in the Commander, because if you see a huge threat, you're like, oh my god, I cannot fight against that. Make a copy of it. Don't fight it. Join them. Phantasmal Image is an illusion creature for 0/0, 1 blue and 1 colorless. He enters the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield except its illusion or other type, and whenever this creature becomes target of a spell or ability, sacrifice it. And one great Stables card I have to say, Sevin's Reclamation. It's a sorcery card for 1 white and 2 colorless. God damn, it has saved me so many times. Return target permanent with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield, and this spell was cast from your graveyard. And you may copy this spell and you may choose new target for the copy. And of course I have flashback for 5 mana there. So of course, if something happens with approach, we have 2 other win comps here. And if something happens with them, we can recast them thanks to Sevin's Recommendation from the graveyard. And not only that, we can get them both in back here. Like mill, something like that. Who knows. And talking about great cards, when people see these win comps on the battlefield, they get heated, they get aggro, they get try to punch your way out of this. So of course we need to have some pillar forts in order to protect ourselves. One of those first pillar forts here is Propaganda. It's a blue enchantment for 2 colorless and 1 blue. Creature can attack you unless the controller pays 2 for each creature they control that is attacking you. So it's a great way to slow down the attack, slow down the aggression, stuff like that. Of course, Costly Prison, the same thing as Propaganda, but in white, and of course it costs 2 colorless and a white. Seaborn Muse is a spirit, and of course it does have the same text of Costly Prison and Propaganda, but it's flying, it's a 2/3, and it costs 1 more, so it costs 3 colorless and 1 white. Norn's Annex. Oh, I love this card. It's an artifact for 3 colorless and 2 white Phyrexian. You can pay 2 life or add 2 white in a mana pool to order to cast it. Creature can attack you or planeswalker you control unless the controller pays a white Phyrexian for each of those creatures. It's a great way to slow down the attack as well. Solid Orbiter is another great card. It's a construct artifact creature for 1/5. It's a big body as well. It costs 4 colorless. No more than 1 creature can attack for each combat. No more than 1 creature can block for each combat as well. So it's a great way to slow down the aggression. Not only that, we have also Crawl Space. Crawl Space is an artifact for 3 mana. No more than 2 creatures can attack you for each combat. A great way to slow down all the nasty token stakes. And of course we have Maze of Ith. Maze of Ith is a land that does not produce mana, but it have untapped target attacking creature, prevent all combat damage that will be dealt to and dealt by that creature this turn. So you see like a big Voltron stuff attacking us, You say, no, brother, no. Not only that, we have Maze of It's at Home, Labyrinth of Scholars. This one can actually add mana, but before mana I can remove target attacking or blocking creature from combat. Not only that, we have much ways to protect ourselves. I will butcher this name as well. Komupplans. Why not? I will say this name, I will stick to this name. For 3 colorless and 1 white is an instant. Prevent all combat damage dealt to you and your planeswalker you control this turn by a source you don't control. If the damage comes from a creature prevent this way, Uppulans will deal so much damage to that creature. If the damage comes from non-creature source this way, Uppulans will deal so much damage to the source controller instead. So it's a great way to, like a person try to finish off with a huge burn spell. No, you have it back. Selfless Squad is another great card to prevent the damage. It's a human sword for 1/1 for 3 colorless and 1 white. It has flash. Why not? When it enters the battlefield, prevent all damage you will deal to you this turn. Whenever damage will be dealt you is prevented, puts that many +1/+1 counter on Selfless Squire. Why not? And well, we are not finished, people. We are not finished here. Set the record. I love when it comes in standard. When I play in standard, this card was huge, amazing. For 4 mana, 2 colorless and 2 white, in an instant, exile or attack a creature that target player controls. That player search his or her library for that many basic lands, put on lands in a battlefield tab, and then shuffle their library. Why not we have a blue version of it? Itinerant, it's an instant for the same exactly mana, but it's a blue. 3 colorless and 1 blue. Return all attacking creature to this owner's hand. And of course we have one of the most important cards in the deck, Defeat's Protection. It's an insta for 1 white and 2 colorless. Until your next turn, your life total cannot be changed and you gain protection for everything. All permanents you control phases out. Exile Defeat's Protection. So I get phase out during 1 turn. It's a great way when I cast Approach of the Second Sun and someone trying to mill me out. I responded by cast Defeat's Protection. And of course, one of the MVP of the deck is Angel's Grace. For 1 white, it's an instant, you have split second. You cannot lose the game this turn, your opponent cannot win this game this turn. Until the end of turn, damage would reduce to your life, the last one reduce to 1 instead. So I control the 1 life, whatever you try to do. It's super great, I love that card. But we need to have more control of the table. We cannot let the opponents have creature on the table. So why not play Sword of Prowler from 1 white, exile target creature. Its controller gains life equal to its power. We have another one, Path to Exile. Exile target creature, its controller may search the library for a basic land card, put it in the battlefield dealt, shuffle, and then shuffle. And we have Into the Float Mall, like a gift. A tap fish, why not? Return target creature to opponent's control to his owner's hand, and this if this gift or promise, return target no land permanent instead. So it's super great, more control where you love it. Generous Gift, it's an instant for 3 mana for 1 white and 2 colorless. Destroy target permanent. Its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant token. And why not have the latest one of that? Is Stroke to Midnight. For 1 white, 2 colorless, it's instant, destroy target no land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 white human token. And we have Suspend. Exile target creature, put 2 time costs on it. It doesn't have Suspend, it gains Suspend. It's like a great way to like remover, and not only that, try to win you the time there. Not only that, it's exile as well, so it gives like the table a chance to breathe out as well. And of course, cannot be controlled without some counter magic, so let's go some counter magic war here. So Itinerant is an instant for 1 blue. Counter target artifact, creature, or planeswalker spell. Its controller creates a 2/2 blue creature token with flying. And not only that, we have the OG, the swan song here. Counter target enchantment, instant, or sorcery spell. Its controller creates a 2/2 bird token with flying as well. Miscast, also 1 blue. Counter target instant sorcery unless its controller pays 3. Spear Piece, for 1 blue, counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. Manatee, for 1 white, counter target spell unless its controller pays 1. And we have one of my favorite ones of all time, Arcane Denial. Counter target spell, its controller may draw up to 2 cards at the beginning of the next turn upkeep. You may draw 1 card. That is a super great way to draw more cards, get closer to approach of the second sun. And of course we have one of the OGs here, Counter Spell. Counter target spell, why not for 2 blue? And we have actually Reprieve, I think it's called that. It's an insta. Return target spell to its owner hand for 1 white and 1 colorless from Lord of the Rings. And of course you have a second text, draw a card. That is actually a super way combo. You heard me right. This is a combo line now, people. Combo breaker. All right. This is a really easy combo way, actually. You cast approach, your whole priority. You play Reprieve. You return target spell to its own hand. I return approach to my own hand. I target my own approach. Then I can recast approach for the second time in the same turn. So yeah, this is a great combo line. Why not? But of course it will cost so many mana. 2 white and 7 colorless together. But with Smothering Tide, Smuggling Shares, and all the mana you have there, you can make it happen. I believe in you. And not only that, I actually won games with these two actually as well. Let's continue to the board wipes. Promise of Loyalty. Promise of Loyalty is super great card. Each player put a WoW counter on target creature they control, then sacrifice the rest. Each of those creature cannot attack you or planeswalker you control as long as you have a WoW counter on it. It's a great way to not board wipe unless anything cannot attack you, then make the game go faster as well in Commander. Because the game have the end soon. Vanquish the Horde for 6 mana and 2 white. It's a sorcery, but it costs 1 less for each creature on the battlefield. Destroy all creatures. It's a great card from Innistrad Thingy.com. And of course we have oldie but goodie Supreme Verdict. From 1 blue, 2 white and 1 colorless. This spell cannot, Supreme Verdict cannot be countered, destroy all creatures. So we playing like 3 board wipes, 5 if you wanna count the Iterate and set the record as well. But of course we get the approach of the second sun much faster, and we play some tutors for that. Why not? Mystical Tutor is a 1 blue. Insta, search your library for Insta or sorcery card, reveal it, then shuffle your deck and put that card on the top. So it's a great to get approach of the second sun faster after you cast that. Personal Tutor for 1 blue is a sorcery. Search your library for a sorcery card, reveal it, and shuffle and put that card on the top as well. Solve the Equation. For 1 blue, 2 colorless is a sorcery. Search your library for insert sorcery card, reveal it, and put it to your hand, then shuffle. That is a great way to get the approach much faster. Long-term plans is a 1 blue and 2 colorless. Search your library for a card, then shuffle your library, then put that card third from the top. So not if you play it's so much faster to get the sun from the third rather than the 7. And of course, The last tutor have nothing to do with the approach, but it's a lightning tutor. For 1 white, search your library for an artifact or enchantment card, reveal it, then shuffle your library, then put that card on the top. That is a great way to get our smuggling share, get more mana acceleration, or artifacts. Talking about artifacts, we have my RAM package here as well. The mana rocks I have is, why not? It's great, but I try to make them even greater. Like Soaring Talisman, it has to spend for 1 color, it's to spend 3, but I have to pay 1. It's a Soaring at home, why not? When it enter, I can add 2 colorless mana. Everflowing Chalice is a 0 mana autocrat, but it has multi-kick of 2. Every time you enter the battlefield with a charge counter for each time you have to kick. So I can add for colorless mana for each charge kick counter on it. Goodie but oldie, Soaring for 1 mana, add 2 colorless. Wafer's Bubble. It's a cost 1 mana, but it have a text 2 mana, tap it, sacrifice it, search your library for a basic land, put it in the battlefield, tapped, and then shuffle. So these are like my cheapest mana rocks I have in this deck. Then we have the 2 mana rocks, Arcane Signet. For 2 colorless, I can add 1 color of your commander's identity. Azorius Signet. For 1 colorless, tap it, I can add 1 blue and 1 white. Mindstone. For 2 mana, I can add the 4 colorless, or I can pay 1, sacrifice it to draw a card. Fellowstone. Add 1 mana of any color a land opponent would control would produce. This is a great way to have more mana as well. Dove Vessel is super great because when your commander draws you so many cards, you need them no maximum hand side. So it have a text no maximum hand side, and of course I can add it for 1 colorless. Talisman of Progress, I can add 1 colorless, or I can take 1 damage to add 1 blue or 1 white. And of course we have some protection for our commander, because when I approach the cost, people will go for the little rabbit, or rabbit, poor rabbit. So we have some way to protection, unless our Countermagic, we have as well our Lightning Grease, good old fashioned Lightning Grease. Equip cost is 0. The quick creature have haste and shroud, and of course it costs 2 to cost it out. And we have Swiftfoot Boots. Swiftfoot Boots have equip 1. The creature have hexproof and haste, so it's a great way to have card like enter the same turn and tap it for the guard draw. And of course it costs 2 as well. And now we go to the land package. So let's go to the multicolored lands first. The first is City of Brass. City of Brass is when it becomes tapped, I do 1 damage to me, but don't worry, our rabbit can our life back. At 1 mana of any color, super great. Command Tower, you know what it does. Add 1 mana of any color of your command identity. Gemstone Mine. I love this card because it's mana fixing. You enter with 3 mine counters on it. Tap it to remove 1 mana counter on that, and add 1 mana of any color on your mana pool. When you have no mana, when you have no counters on it, bury it. Exotic Orchard. Add 1 mana of any land opponent could produce. Fabled Passage. Sacrifice it to search your library for a basic land, put it in the battlefield tapped. If I control 4 or more, untap that land. Spiral Industry, add 1 colorless, or I can pay 1 life at any mana of color. I can only activate it if I have artifacts out. So mana fixing is super important, but have some really cool lands also important. One of the cool lands is Emergency Zone. It's a super great card, and it never happened, but the dream is to cast approach on someone's end step, because this land I can tap it, sacrifice it, I can cast spell at this turn as they have flash, and of course I can add 1 colorless. War Room. Why not more core draw power here? Add 1 color less for 3 mana, tap it, pay equal to life of your commander's colors, draw a card. More draw power, we love it! How about even more draw power? Miku, Center of the Sea is a legendary land. Add for 1 color less or pay 2, tap it, and each player draw a card. All that draw power, we of course need a really good tower. No maximum hand size, add 1 color less. And of course, some ramp here. Mirror Landscape, when I enter battlefield tap, or add 1 color less, and have more text. 2 mana, tap it, sacrifice it, search your library for 2 basic land that shares a land type, put a battlefield tapped. So it's a great way to have more mana. Scavenger Grounds. Scavenger Grounds is MVP, people. It's MVP. Add 1 color less or sacrifice it for 2 mana. Exile all cards for all graveyards. It's a great way to destroy a person's graveyard, especially when trying to win there or whatever. And of course, we come to the let's see here. Fixed mana, you can say something like that. Or go to waste. Add 1 color, or it deals me 1 damage to produce 1 white or 1 blue. Float Form Veget. I can tap it for 1 white, or if I have already out of Plains or Iceland, I can tap it for a blue. Temper of Enlightenment. Enter battlefield tab, but when I enter, I may scry 1. The scry ability is super important when I try to find answer with him, because I can scry, tap in, draw the card. And of course I can tap for a blue and a white. Hollow Fountain, of course a shock land. Enter the battlefield, you may pay 2 life. If you don't, enter battlefield tapped. And of course I can add that 1 white or a blue there. Seachrome Coast, enter the battlefield tap unless I can do 2 or few outer lands. It's a great way to start the game. I can add it for a blue and a white. And we have Mysteries Archive. You have the land type Plains and Iceland. I can tap it for add blue and white. And enter battlefield tap. When I enter battlefield tapped, I can survey 1. Once again, like the Temple of Enlightenment, I can search the top of my library. If it's something good, I will keep it, tap it, and draw that card. Like like in Countermagic War or whatever. I need a response, something like that. It's super great. Sea of Clouds. Sea of Clouds is enter the battlefield unless I have 2 more opponents. Thank you for all my opponents. Port Town enter the battlefield. You may reveal a Plains or Iceland card from your hand. If you don't, enter battlefield tap. And of course I can tap it for 1 white and 1 blue. And we have Hinge Gateway Pathway. And of course I can play it for the front side for white, or I can play it for the back side again blue mana. And we have here Castle Avendale. It's a land. I've got to draw Plains and to tap, unless I can tap it for 1 white, or I can add 2 white, 2 colors to create a 1/1 white human token. It's a great way to have more bodies on the battlefield to jump blocks you. And of course we have 2 cycling land. The first cycling land is Lonely Sandbar. Enter battlefield tapped, add 1 blue, or I can add for cycling for 1 blue as well. This second one is Seclude Stepper. I hope I said that name correctly. Enter the battlefield tapped, add 1 white, or I can cycle for 1 white as well. And means of all, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 plains. Oh, of course I have to pay the frick, so it will be 1 plains. And 1, 2, 3, 4 Iceland. So this was my deck. Kwain, I hope you like it. So, welcome back again. I hope you really enjoyed the deck list I have built for Kwain here. And like I said,
like I said, now you know.
No, what do you know? What do you know?
It is a group hug deck until it isn't. Like Kwain is an amazing card until it isn't.
Still isn't.
Yeah.
People, give you all card draw. It is amazing.
So
card.
you can get the sun out
faster,
yes.
But that is not kind of my problem, okay?
No, it's all our problem. But yeah, so yeah, you had a few win cons.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's an interesting build because even if we somehow, we say no to the sun, we manage to, get the sun in the graveyard or whatever. You still have other ways to win, which is very interesting.
Oh, thank you. No, but for me, it's like Kwain is really good. Like find answer commander as well. It's like we see someone popping off in the table, like Sarah here, and we are like, me talking to Fredrik, David, or Rowan, or whatever person that's sitting next to us, and like, she's popping off. We need to find answer because she's gonna take over the game. I tap him. And everyone draw a card. Hope to find an answer again. Sarah, of course, Sarah, she also draw a card. She find some protection.
I can find protection or my own counter. For
exactly.
But also, it's so good when you can tap it, and then you have an ability or whatever which makes you untap it.
Exactly.
So you don't have to wait a whole.
Exactly. So I can use them multiple times as well. Yeah. It makes the deck like the game go faster actually. And not only that, if, like I said, if someone popping off, someone trying to win, the whole table can work together and to find the answer to that win com as well.
But what if you're popping off?
Well, leave Kwain alone. That's it. Leave me alone.
No, but it is a fun deck. It is fun to play against Kwain and to have the timer start and be like, okay, I know exactly when you're gonna win and how much time we have to figure this out.
It's because when I cast the approach of the second sun, it's really like a timer. A race against time there. It all depends. I have a good setup, I've not set up. It all depends how I proceed my game there afterwards. But like I said, the 99 cards in the deck is there to rest. Help Kwain to reach the gold. Yeah, so that was a fun breakdown. And of course, we will have more breakdown videos, so we will hope that you will be there for those as well. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much.
See you at the next one.
Bye.